Rant and Rave, and we're going to play the game this week of whose dog will bark first, Tucker's dogs or my dogs. We'll see what happens. That's what happens when you take from home. We have 4 good topics today, Tucker. First of all, Braves start a big series tonight in Philadelphia. Predict the Braves record with these 4 games in Philly and 4 games in New York.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be right below 500. What, the 8 games, 3 and 5. That's what they've done all season. So I won't shoot any higher.
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be right around 500 too. I'm going to hope it's 5 and 4, and hope they can just tread water. They've got to tread water until they get another relief pitcher, Tucker. That's the important thing. And of course, they want Craig Kimbrell, as I said on the BS report yesterday. So we'll see if they can survive with that bullpen until they can get a Craig Kimbrell or someone like that. But just tread water. You don't even have to go 7 and 2 or 6 and 3. Just be okay. Don't wet the bed. Because if you do on Monday, if they have a bad series in Philadelphia, like lose 3 or 4 or lose all 4, we're going to be wondering on Monday, Tucker, if they're going to sell, right?
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're right. I mean, they got to do at least what they've done all season to this point, be around 500. And then maybe they can get some help with a good relief.
It would help for sure if they could do. All right. Joc Pederson has been acquired since our last report. It was a trade that they got an outfielder to kind of replace Ronald Acuna. How much will Joc Pederson help the Braves? I love the acquisition, Tuck. Look, he's not a star, but, 2 years ago he did hit 249 with 36 home runs. But compared to Guillermo Heredia and Abraham Almonte, this is a legit outfielder and a legit bat for that lineup.
Yeah, legit bat is the best way to put it. He's solid, and we saw that with the World Series run. He was a solid piece for them. So obviously you would rather have Acuna, but you don't have him. So Joc Pederson's probably the next best thing that they could have gotten.
Absolutely. I think it was a very good trade, and they got him for nothing. All right, football, SEC Media Days this week, and the big story is the possibility of Texas and Oklahoma joining the SEC. Are you in favor of this, Tuck?
Yeah, sure. If they wanted that to happen, then by all means. I think if it does happen, then we're going to see some major conference realignment across the country, though, because you're going to have a literal super conference, 16 teams. I mean, that would be absolutely crazy. I do want to say that the model presented on the SEC network, the pod model, the 4 pods, I don't like that. Just go geographical, split it west and east, play 7 games against your division opponents and 2 games across the division. Seems easy to me, but I guess they're going to try to be Major League Baseball or NASCAR and try to make it more difficult than it has to be.
Yeah, that was interesting for sure. I think it's to try to play teams more often. I don't know if that would work or not, but if it's just joining the East and Alabama and Auburn can come over to the East, and that would be great. I'm for it because, look, the games that we would have, Tucker, would be unbelievable. I mean, as a Georgia fan, to have Oklahoma or Texas come into Athens, for them to come into Auburn to play your Tigers would just be unbelievable football. Yes, you might lose some of those games, obviously, because they're tough teams and tough programs, but I'd rather play those kind of games than Nicholls State or UAB or something like that. I want great football games, and boy, that would just be unbelievable to have those kind of games for sure. Finally, the biggest thing learned at SEC Media Days, well, I don't know if we necessarily learned anything or not. I think the one thing that was brought to the attention of a lot of people is Kentucky. Some people voted for Kentucky to be second in the SEC East. They've got a very good offensive line. Florida better be careful because they've got to get their quarterback going, and if not, you wonder if Coach Stoops in Kentucky could be that second-best team behind Georgia.
I think Kentucky's solid third, which is still a very huge testament to Coach Stoops, and I can't believe he hasn't left for a bigger job because what he's done at Kentucky. They used to be down there with Vanderbilt for a long time as an automatic gimme win, and now some people, as you mentioned, ranking them second going into the season. So he's done a great job. I still think they're behind the Powers, Georgia, and Florida. I don't think I learned anything either at SEC Media Days. I was reminded that Auburn's new coach, Harsin, is a great talker. Opening statement, 3 questions, filled up 30 minutes.
That's pretty good. Not bad. He's going to fit right in this conference, won't he? All right, with Tristan. That's Rant and Rave for this week.